Hello everybody and welcome to City Folk Country Living. I am Adam and today we are going to take a tour of the property and we're going to explain to you guys why me and my family made the choice to engage in more of a country type living, a little slower paced living if you will. We'll tell you a little bit about me and my family, and we'll just kind of show you the property. We'll talk about a few projects that we've already accomplished and talk about some plans that we have in the future. So a little bit about me. My name's Adam. I'm 39. I grew up in a town of about 10,000 people. In that town, my mom still lives in the house I grew up in, born and raised there, and that town's now 100,000 people plus, and it just got too busy. We lived in a real good neighborhood, me and my family did, and it was too busy. There was too much going on. Life was too fast. It was kind of one of those things when, I have kids. I have two kids. I have Caden, he's 12. And I have Caitlin, she's 10. Even though we lived in a better part of the neighborhood, I still didn't want them going out and playing in the front yard without me being there to keep an eye on them. So, I just wanted them to have some of the freedoms I had when I was a kid. Sorry, we're walking uphill backwards, but we'll get up to the property here soon, kind of get off my face and show you. We're walking up the driveway right now, but I just didn't want that kind of life for them. I wanted them to be able to use their imagination, be able to think, build, and not have to worry about what anybody else was thinking about them, or wanted them to be able to just be able to be kids. And so that was my main reason. Anyway, we're going to turn you guys around now. This is what we just walked up. So this is kind of the layout of the property we got going on. It's a little warm today. It's middle of summer. We moved up here 8 months ago. That's the truck. Anyway, that's the house and the shop. So anyway, what made us decide to move out here? We looked at many houses. We looked at for 3 years or so, and ultimately it was my son. We were checking out this house, and he's the one that sold me on this house because he was just laughing, playing on that big log right there. Being free, exactly what I wanted. Anyway, there they are right now. Hey kids. Oh, they're running back inside. Anyway, we'll continue the tour of the property. So, the people that previously owned it, they left the picnic tables there. We have about 5 acres. And there's the smoker. Hey, you want to say hi? I'm making my first video for my YouTube. So that's Caden and Caitlin. Alright, y'all go play. Caden built that little bench right there. He built that. So anyway, back to the tour. It is a house. It's a lot bigger than the houses for the more money in town, which is nice, and it has a lot more character, so I enjoyed that. Back around here, this is kind of the side yard back of the house. There's a pool. We got that for the kids and the wife to stay cool. Over there where Caitlin's at is the garden. This is our first year growing garden. We grew plants in pots before, but nothing to this extent. But we got corn, we got green beans and peas, and we got cabbage and strawberries, and Caitlin's favorite is the tomatoes. And we got cucumbers, and that's Caden's favorite. He loves the cucumbers. But if you guys got any tips for growing a garden, I feel like it should be bigger than it is by now, and I could use all the help I could get. Anyway, back over here we got that's Bandit. He's our husky. He's real talkative. The little guy right there, that's Rudy. And the big oaf there, that's Luna. She's our newest. She's 6 months old, and she's gonna be big. She's got some big paws. Out here, we don't have great internet. We have very bad internet, actually. So kids are kind of forced to play outside. Over here we have our chickens, and we have 2 ducks because the wife and the kids wanted some ducks. So we got some ducks and as well. But there's that. So now we're on the back side of the shop. Over here, and that's how we heat the house. That's an oil. So we have electric heat, and we also have oil heat. We are on our own well in here, so we don't have a water bill, which is nice. There's a shop. It's nothing too special. We just got back from camping, so it's kind of a mess right now, but this is kind of where I work on things, work on our projects, and whatnot. So we'd like to let the dogs out, run around, but right now they're in the pen because I'm gonna be having to leave for work. But this is one of the first projects. Is I had this wall fall in the winter, and so I got to rebuild the wall and rebuild the fence. Up there we got a couple sheds. That one is primarily the garden shed. The wife uses that one mostly. And then in here, this is right now is just gonna be, it's just being used for catch-all. You guys probably won't be able to see too much in here, but we'll try it. We got just a bunch of wood, a bunch of pallets. We have the old riding lawnmower. More to come about this guy, because it has seen better days, and I will get into that in another video. But I plan on bringing you guys along for all the projects we got. We got a lot planned and a lot we want to do, but right now we got to get on with the tour. So up here, we're now up above the property. This is a little makeshift fort we made for my daughter. She loves to read, play outside and whatnot, and we just kind of hung up this tarp, so she had her own little area. She makes it her own, and sometimes she brings the lawn chairs in here and just reads out here, and that's pretty cool to me. And then I had this tree I cut down. I'm going to be cutting that up for firewood. It's kind of a small tree, but it had to go. And then over there we have probably the second big tree back. It is where the property line is. And then we have a trail that was already cut on the property. And it, toward the back end of the property, it borders our property line. Again, we have about 5 acres. Previous owners did a real good job. They had the forest thinned out, so not a big chance of fires or anything. But you can tell this land's been used. I'm going to venture off the trail down in here. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but right there's a bunch of old cars, and that was kind of like their dumping grounds. And so I'm excited to explore more of the property and whatnot. It should be a good time, but we'll just continue on up this trail. and see what show you guys what we're dealing with. We have another trail cut this way, and that just goes through the back of the property, but the main part of the trail goes up this way. And anyhow, so more into why we moved out here. I feel like I am kind of living in the wrong time. Kind of an old soul, if you will. I like the idea of just a slower pace living where family is really what matters. So get back to my roots kind of deal. And I was a little worried about the wife being lonely when we moved up, but she absolutely loves it out here. She constantly tells me she loves it, which makes me happy. I'm also an outdoorsman. I hunt, I fish, so this is great for me. We constantly have deer on the property, so hopefully I'll be able to get my deer pretty easily. There's a little tree with some rubbings from a buck. Yeah, so she loves it, the kids love it, they have the freedom to do what they want. We don't have to really lock our cars at night when we're parked out here. But this is one of the reasons we loved it, is look at that view. Look at this view. It's just amazing. And then absolutely gorgeous over here. I'll try to get you a good view of the mountains. But you can kind of see right there. You got Mount St. Helens right there. So anyhow, it's just quiet, it's peaceful, and we can enjoy each other, enjoy company. Oh, I see it down there. That's a fort my son's building. He hasn't worked on it in a little while, but he's got his own fort down there too. He loves to build things, and he just came to me. He asked me if I wanted to see the blueprints for a cart. He has I don't even know what they call it. It's something he rides on that has battery powered, and he wants to build it into a cart, and I think he's gonna do well as an engineer or something if that's what he wants to do. But we have lots of places for firewood. We do have a fireplace, and so that's one of my projects I got to get done, is I gotta figure out where I want to put the firewood, where I'm going to cut the firewood, and see what I want to cut down for firewood. We've seen deer all through the trails, as I mentioned. Seen deer right up here. This is right close to the house. We're back at the house again. Yeah, we have a lot of projects in mind. That's pretty much the tour of the whole property. Yeah, lots of projects we're going to bring you guys along with. One of which is we want to make this into a nice looking flower bed that's not super overgrown. That's kind of a minor one. We want to do something with this flower bed over here. Yeah, looking forward to the journey. I want to bring you guys along, and if you guys want to see more of it, I hope you'll stick around and enjoy it with us. Like and subscribe, and comment. Give me any ideas for what you guys would do with the property. This right here is our new septic tank. Yeah, any ideas with the property that you guys would do, I'd love to hear them. One of the bigger projects right where I'm standing from the front porch. I got to rebuild the front porch, but from that front porch we want to put some concrete in. over to about there and have like a barbecue area for the smoker, and get some patio furniture. That's a balcony up on the up off my bedroom. Get some patio furniture so when we have family and friends over, we can enjoy it with them. But that's one of the bigger projects I want to do right there. And if I did my math right, it's about, for a 4-inch slab, it's probably 190 bags of concrete. So anyway, we'll catch you in the next one where we'll go over some more projects, and I'll bring you along for the adventure on some of those. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.